Hi, my name is Ann Willoughby Kaplan. I came from Texas, but now I'm living in Atlanta, Georgia. I, uh, I'm old. I'm 79 years old. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling better. Um, I'm very proud that I can improve at my age. When do I get to tell my story about losing 2 inches in my waist? Is that
Yeah,
now?
we'll get to it. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get to it.
okay. That's interesting. Well, I didn't feel quite as guilty when I ate things that were bad for me before I started working with you, Josh. But now I think twice before I load anything with butter, before I eat any sweets. I was pretty good before about not eating processed foods, but now I'm kind of manic about it. So only only real foods. Hmm. Well, physically was a big thing because I'm overweight. So I really wanted to lose weight, and I always need encouragement. So it was nice to have your encouragement to do that. Emotionally, I don't think there was a struggle, although the sweet foods in the evening, yes, maybe there was a struggle. I always wanted something sweet at night. Now, if I eat a decent meal later in the afternoon, um, I'm not even hungry. I don't even have that urge anymore. That's pretty miraculous. Well, actually, my daily life was a bit easier before I worked with you because I uh, I shopped as was convenient for me. I shopped where I wanted to shop. I get I'd get processed food, TV dinners, uh, and I didn't lose any weight. And I didn't feel particularly bad. I just didn't feel on top of my game because I believed in it. Even though I wasn't doing it, um, I believed it was the right thing to do. I mean, I think we should all eat like that. Skeptical, maybe. When do I get to tell my story about losing 2 inches in my waist? Is that
Yeah, we'll
now?
get.
Well, that was a shocker. Um, I kept thinking my skirt was getting too big. And I thought, well, but I was in a grocery store and I found myself having to hike my skirt up all the time. And sure enough, it, it was way too big. It almost fell off. So because I haven't bought any new clothes and I'm not going to do that yet, but I have a very large safety pin holding my skirt up, and I seriously think it was 2 inches. And I don't know what weight I've lost, but I've certainly lost it in my waist. That's miraculous. I always do better on changes when I have someone helping me along. So that made it great. That made it possible, actually. I had lost a little weight before because I was trying to eat better. Um, and yes, my blood pressure was a little lower than my doctor had previously said she liked. So I asked her about the medicine, and she took me off one blood pressure medication. I was on two, um, and that has not. I mean, my blood pressure is still low, dropping. So I think maybe we're going to get off the second medication as well. Well, my favorite part of the program was having you check in daily. That was very helpful. And also, evaluating things and giving suggestions as to what to add to what I'd eaten. Like if you checked what we'd had for the day, um, throwing a little handful of nuts in, walnuts, or uh, get some flaxseed, little things that are very helpful that pumped up what I was doing. Um, I know I even one day I thought, "Well, I'm feeling a little low. I need to do something. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to add more beans." And I opened a can of beans and rinsed all that salt off of them, put them in my with my sweet potato, and was really proud of myself. Yes, the bowls. Um, I'd like to look at the daily dozen things we should eat every day, and also the quantities. And when I thought about meal prepping for myself with the quantities, they were smaller quantities than you'd think, but maybe a decent amount of decent different a number of different ones, 12 dozen. So I decided to make bowls and use larger quantities, but then I would have two or three meals out of those. So that works best for me personally because I don't want to be cooking 3 meals a day. So, oh, they'd say it's about time you did something about this. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I know the things you ought to do, but I don't do them. So really, that's where you came in to help and prod along and pass on your knowledge on that.